Hi, I'm Joanne, and as you can probably tell from my accent, I'm Scottish. As you know from the title of this video, I'm here to tell you about Scotland and how we're not just skirt-wearing, whiskey-drinking, tree-throwing, freedom-shouting people. I mean, that's only partially true. I'm here to give you a quick rundown on Scotland and what makes us so unique. Firstly, Scotland's a relatively large place. True story, a few times I've been on holiday and people have actually come up to me and said, "Oh, you're from Scotland? Do you know John Smith?" That's not the actual name, but you know what I'm getting at. Scotland is not a village. It has a population of around 5.4 million people and is roughly the size of South Carolina, so I probably don't know your friend John. Weather-wise, it's not the sunniest of countries, which we complain about a lot. However, that means when it is sunny, we really do make the most of it and we'll be out sunbathing and have ice cream when it hits just above 10 degrees. Although, we'll still complain about the weather being too hot. I think we just like having something to complain about. There's a phrase we say, when it's too hot, we'll say it's taps aff weather, which is a pretty easy one to understand. We're basically saying tops off, but in a Scottish accent. Other Scottish words you might hear people hit out with are aye, which means yes, bairn, which means child, gaff, which means house, and steamin', which means to be drunk. Obviously, these are just a few words in the whole Scottish language. Scottish people tend to be quite colourful with their language, and honestly, you will have so much fun hearing the different ways Scottish people say things, even within Scotland. Now, on to kilts. A kilt is a Scottish skirt that men wear along with other items that make up the traditional Scottish outfit. The pattern on them is called tartan, and way back, each family would have their own tartan that they would wear. You can wear whatever tartan you want nowadays, but people still like to wear their family's tartan. This is mine if you're curious. I think a lot of people see things like Braveheart and Outlander and they assume that Scottish people just casually walk about in these kilts every day. Most people tend to wear kilts on a special occasion such as a wedding, a lot of Scottish men get married in kilts, or to a Scottish dance called a céilí. A céilí is basically a dance that people go to where a live band will play traditional Scottish music and people will dance set Scottish dances. The dances normally involve a lot of spinning and are quite fast, so it can be a lot of fun. Scottish people love food, and yes, there are a few places that will deep fry pretty much everything. But there are other things as well. The fish is always fresh because we're surrounded by water. The Scottish full-cooked breakfast is the best thing on the planet. And because it's quite cold, we make some of the best soups in the world. Also, don't be put off by what's in haggis. I know it sounds horrible, but it's actually really tasty. And there's also a vegetarian option if you're that worried. And there you go, that was my very quick rundown on this lovely place I like to call home. I know there's a lot more to say about Scotland, from monsters to castles to whiskey to landscapes, but well, you're just gonna have to come discover that for yourself. If you've ever wanted to study in Scotland or the UK in general, consider downloading the HelloUni app. It could help you find your perfect course with over 50,000 courses in its database, and it's completely free to use.